Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat at welcome po muli sa isa na namang edisyon ng Kalingang Katribo Legal Diaries. Ako po si Elmer Navarro Manuel at ang pag-uusapan po natin ngayon ay tungkol sa mga krimen na ginagawa sa cyberspace o yung mga tinatawag na cybercrime. At para ipaliwanag sa atin kung ano-ano yung mga ito tsaka kung may batas ba tungkol dito, syempre kasama pa rin natin ang Associate Lawyer ng Aranas Cruz, Araneta Parker, and Faustino Law Offices na si Attorney Alfred Campagnano. Attorney, good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, Sir Elmer.
Alright, ito Attorney, pag-uusapan natin siguro medyo parang fairly bago lang to no? Dahil mga ilang taon pa lang naman nag-propagate yung internet, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas. Medyo late tayo. Sa ibang bansa siguro, maaga-agang nag-develop yung mga web connections or internet connections sila. So siguro, Attorney, para simulan natin to, no, ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng cybercrime at may mga batas ba kaugnay sa mga gantong klaseng krimen?
Sir Elmer, actually, kung batas ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, ang naipasa na batas ng ating gobyerno ay ang tinatawag na Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012.
Okay.
Or ang tinatawag na Republic Act number 10175. Ngayon, ang cybercrime, very basic lang ang idea. Ang idea niyan for the viewers should be at its basic sense. Now, these are criminal acts that are done with the aid of a computer or with the aid of a computer or a computer system or in cyberspace. Pero, I suppose, ang importante dito is balikan lang natin yung elementary rule sa batas, no? Na an action, no matter how vile, how bad an action is, if is not, kung hindi siya tinatrato as a crime, then hindi siya necessarily isang krimen.
Oo, tama.
So, kung pupunta tayo dun sa sinasabi natin na criminal acts done, actually very specific ang mga actions na sinasabi ng batas na considered as cybercrime.
So, ano ba yung nagko-constitute dito sa cybercrime, Attorney? Ano ba tong mga quote-unquote criminal acts na pwede mong gawin online?
Actually, maganda ang pagkakasulat ng batas na to, no, as to kung paano niya i-enumerate. Kasi kung pupunta ka sa section 4 ng batas na ito, nakaka-categorize yan actually into 4. I think 4, no? One would be yung offenses against confidentiality, integrity, and availability of computer data, or confidentiality, integrity, and availability of a computer system. So dito, mapapanood mo kung naglalaro kayo ng PlayStation, dito papasok si Watch Dogs.
Okay.
or dito papasok yung mga napapanood yung palabas na nag-hack. Or no, hindi pala hack, nagka-crack ng mga computer programs or yung mga hackers na tinatawag mo. So dito papasok yan. So under these offenses against confidentiality, integrity, dito papasok yung illegal access. So meaning, hinack mo yung computer, may password protected, or di ba meron din mga documents that are actually confidential, and then you access it, meaning talagang you found a way na ma-break
mabuksan mo talaga, oo.
Nakuha mo yung passcode para mabasa mo yung content. So yan yung illegal access. Pag sabi yung illegal interception, yan naman yung sinasabi mo at the simplest example I can think of is you're able intercept from the word itself, no? Napigilan mo yung pag-transmit ng data sa isang tao, or you were able to stop the transmission of information in cyberspace. And then meron tayong data interference as an offense, and system interference. Basically, this is yung alteration, deletion, or deletion or deterioration of, kung data interference, then you're talking about computer data. If system interference, then you're talking about yung yung computer system.
Yung program
so dito
mismo.
papasok yung gumagawa ng di ba? Kasi yung mga parang wala lang magawa sa buhay, gumagawa ng mga bug. So diyan papasok yan na yung nagpapacirculate ng virus sa online.
Mhm.
And then meron din yung parang mga devices or misuse of devices. Yan ang pag-coin ng law, no? Na in this case, pag sabi mo misuse of devices, basically this is the use, production, sale, or distribution without a right. Meaning, ginamit mo, binenta mo, dinidistribute mo in mass to the general public. Yung mga devices that can actually mga tools that can actually help a person to commit illegal access, illegal interception, data interference, or system interference. So, yan yung mga ano. So, a good example for this one is yung mga nagpapasaksak ng SSD sa sa mga laptop nila, di ba? Ngayon, hahanapan sila ng license keys. Di ba? Kasi sabi, sayang. Kaya nga, di ba, sabi, ano yung sabi sa akin? Although, hindi naman ako ganun ka-tech savvy. Pero ang advice sa akin, do not throw the box ng laptop kasi nandun yung license. Pero unfortunately, natapon ko na yung box. So, hindi ko rin napaayos yung computer ko. So, ultimately, yung sabi kasi doon, yung mga license keys na yan, yan, pag kinopya mo, or you try to illegally replicate the same, then that would constitute yung tinatawag nating aside from data interference, may also be classified as misuse of devices.
Okay.
Tapos, ang dami niyan cyber squatting. But that's
mga...
only for offenses against confidentiality.
Offenses lang.
So let me run down lang sa kanila. Meron yung computer-related offenses naman. Ito yung mga paggamit mo ng computer in order to commit an offense. So, forgery, for example, yung pag-illegal mo ng pangkopya ng mga information.
Ayan, oo.
So, yung mga, mostly dito tatamaan ng copyright. So, yung mga sinishare sa script, kaya yan protected as much as possible. Kasi if kinopya mo yan without the permission, then that's basically a form of a computer-related forgery. And then computer-related fraud, dito papasok yung mga, kung pumunta ka sa website, may mga pop-ups, tapos bigla na lang yung pala yung nagiging key para makuha yung mga personal information mo,
phishing
para ma-access yung mga bank accounts and all that. And then, yung pinaka nakakatakot for me here is computer-related identity theft. Kasi nga, someone can pretend, especially now, no, na most of us are really relying on the convenience of the internet and of our mobile devices. So, yan ang medyo nakakatakot na ma-commit against us. And then, meron din yung third one, or the third group is yung content-related offenses. So, dito papasok yung what is commonly known as your cyber libel.
Okay.
Dito rin papasok ang child pornography, yung pag-distribute mo online yan, and yung cyber sex. So, yan yung I think may mga naka-crackdown dati nun eh.
Oo.
Na mga dens,
na
kung saan basically nagiging exhibitionists din. No, yung may mga nagtatangkilik abroad, and then yung mga nagpapakita ng mga private parts online.
Mag-ano muna, sendan mo muna ako, GCash, ganito, pakita ko sa ito, ganyan.
Send coin, send star, yung mga ganyan, parang yung sa FB. Di ba, na yung mga ginagawa ng mga streamers. So, aside from that, that's the fourth, and then meron yung, the fact pala, actually sir, 3 lang pala. Pero kaya ako nasabi na 4, kasi when you aid or abet.
Okay.
The commission of any of these related offenses, it's also a crime in itself. And any attempt thereto is likewise an offense, which is penalized under the Cybercrime Prevention Act.
Okay. Tapos itong Cybercrime Prevention Act na to, 2012 lang. So talagang medyo bago lang talaga, no? Pero attorney, kasama ba dito yung mga nanduduplicate ng mga credit cards?
Yes. Dito papasok yan eh. Kasi technically, it's a matter of how were you able to duplicate the card. Kasi technology. Kung dito papasok yan, yung mga, if nagamit mo ang cyberspace to get this information in order for you to duplicate the credit card, then again, papasok yan dito sa computer-related forgery.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin pala, halos lahat ng technology natin, pagka ginamit mo sa mga kabulastugan, pwede kang madali rito sa anti-cybercrime law. Alright, attorney, nabanggit mo kanina yung content, ano? Dito pumapasok, sabi mo yung cyber libel. Ito kasi parang medyo magulo din to eh. Kasi kung libel nga lang, medyo mahirap-hirap ng patunayan kung sa print eh. Dito sa cyberspace naman, pag nag-online libel ka, automatic pwede mo namang burahin agad unless ma-screenshot. So, paano ba yung mga diskartihan dito, attorney? Kagaya nitong cyber libel na to. Ito, sigurado alam natin to.
Okay, sige. First is cyber libel.
Mhm.
So, basically for the word, it's still libel, no? So, under Article 353 of the Revised Penal Code, nakikita mo doon kung what constitutes libel.
Mhm.
So, there has to be an allegation of a discreditable act or a commission of an offense or a condition concerning another.
Mhm.
You publicize the said allegation. Pag sabi mong publish, it's either, alam naman natin, through the newspaper
Oo.
or in this case, through the newspaper or in-air mo siya through the radio waves.
Mhm.
That constitutes libel, no? Then, the content, yung mga kung ano mga sinasabi mo masasama dyan, the identity of the person defamed
Mhm.
or the subject of the defamatory article must be stated or must be there, or if not named, at the very least must be identifiable
Okay.
by any reader. And then, of course, the existence of malice.
Mhm.
Ngayon, what makes it cyber libel,
Ay, baka nasa computer lang din. Yun lang. Parang yun lang
yun,
kaibahan.
yun yung pagtakbo nun. You did it through electronic means,
Mhm.
you did it through the computer system, or you did it over the internet. So, dyan ayan, makikita mo yung mga, so I suppose may mga newspapers out there that have counterparts ng kanilang articles,
Oo,
no?
pinopost sa
Yung
internet
kanilang
din.
print edition, meron din sila yung
Online
cyber
edition. Oo.
online edition ng kanilang prints. So, in that case, that's basically publication over the cyberspace.
Mhm.
So, assuming, although dapat wala naman kasi talaga.
Oo nga eh.
Diba kasi it's a newspaper, but assuming man na may libelous article doon and then it was uploaded online,
Mhm.
then that would be cyber libel.
Mhm.
But for those people or those viewers who are not in the newspaper industry, then ang interesting question dyan is yung mga posts
Mhm.
sa FB. Kasi alam naman natin, di ba, Filipinos are one of the most
Expressive sa online. Yeah.
aggressive online. And actually sa FB pa lang, di ba? Tayo ang
talagang
heavily reliant and really a user of Facebook.
Mhm.
So pag nag-post ka dyan, then obviously, for example lang sir example lang to. Kunwari, si Atty. Alfred sinungaling yan. Nang nag-aano si Atty. Alfred, nag-post ka kunwari ng ganyan sa akin na nagpapadulas yan, hindi abogado de arreglo yan. Ganyan mo ako. Online.
Budol na ano.
Abogado yan. Ganyan mo ako kunwari. So, anong nangyari? Pag pinost mo yan online, I can sue you for cyber libel.
Okay.
Ngayon, what if, ang nangyari yung mga mo, for example, si Sir Lyndon,
Mhm.
ng inyong, ng itong Legal Diaries segment, ang ginawa niya, shinare niya yung post mo.
Okay.
Or nag-like. Siya, under as clarified in the Decini case, is not liable for cyber libel. Basically, it's the original author
Okay.
who is only liable. Yung mga nagla-like, no matter kung ilang beses niya
Kahit
i-like,
ilang million pa yung likes niya. No?
wow, yung kung ano ng class emoji,
Oo.
or kahit ilang beses na i-share,
Mhm.
and those people who shares his shared post, hindi sila liable.
Mm.
Pero, that is where the classification ends. Kasi what if may nag-comment?
Ayan. So dadagdag din yon kung may nag-comment na iba pa dun sa
Pag
original
siya,
post mo.
yung nag-comment,
Oo.
may be liable for libel depending on what he or she commented to that post.
Okay, so medyo talagang masalimuot din pala to. Alright, attorney, bago tayo magpatuloy, magbe-break lang po kami saglit. Huwag kayong aalis at babalik po muli ang Kalingang Katribo Legal Diaries.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Oh, vaccination, isolation. Gotta keep up with my nutrition. Gotta maintain my body condition. Then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Babakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination. Babakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Nagbabalik pong muli ang Kalingang Katribo Legal Diaries at syempre kasama pa rin natin si Attorney Alfred Campagnano para sa usapin tungkol sa cybercrime. Alright, Attorney, ito, bago tayo nag-break, no, pinaliwanag mo lahat yung mga, yung mga nagko-constitute sa cybercrime, ano yung cyber libel. Ito, Attorney, may naisip lang ako halimbawa, kasi may mga instances, may mga kakilala na akong na kapag parang kinasuhan sila ng cyber libel, pero yung information nakuha nila na parang may pagka-illegal, parang ganon. So, anong pwede bang magamit yun as evidence? So, pwede rin mag-propagate yung cyber libel. Kunwari, kasi parang hinak yung PC, tapos nakita yung mga kung ano-anong sinasabi, tapos kinasuhan ngayon yung mga nagsasabi. So, parang ang dating, nakuha nila yung information, pero parang binuksan din nila ng against sa will nung may-ari ng PC, yung tawag ito, yung information. So, may ano ba to, attorney? May technicalities ba tayo rito?
Tama ba yung pagkaintindi ko, no? First, let's clarify lang yung question. First is may isang tao that committed, say for example, a cyber libel post. Tapos ang nangyari, dinilik din niya. Now, in one way or another, the person who is the subject of the defamatory statement was able to get proof na ang nag-post talaga nun is, say for example, ako.
Oo.
Sige, tirahin na natin sarili ko dito. Ako kunwari yung nag-post. Tapos ang nangyari, nanira ang puri ako sa isang tao. Pero syempre, binura ko na yung post, pero may data sa aking computer that will prove na ako ang nag-post nun. Pero binura ko na. Tama? Tapos you're contemplating a situation na, for example, ikaw yung sinirang puri ko ngayon, sa example natin, na hinak mo yung computer ko.
Yan, oo.
Tama? Tama ba?
Tama, attorney. Hinak ko yung PC mo, tas doon ko nakita yung mga pinagsasabi mo sa akin. Tas kakasuhan kita ngayon ng cyber libel. Pwede ba yun?
Well, first things first, no? Yung dun sa first example, kung kakasuhan mo ako ng cyber libel pa lang at that, as I will be discussing sana din, is dito papasok yung paano kasi, di ba, syempre, it's easy to delete information over the internet. Di ba? Ang situation dyan is, more often than not, when you become aware of the defamatory post, what you should always do is to immediately go to the police. Kasi normally, and dapat, di ba? But however, unfortunately, there are certain experiences of mine na wala sila for some reason, either wala or tinatamad lang, I don't know. No, na wala silang cybercrime division unit. But the point here is that dapat meron silang cybercrime division unit as required by law.
Tama.
Sila ang mag-verify dapat ng IP address, ng kung kaninong connection. Yung they're able to trace it eh. Diba? And from my understanding is if they're able to trace it or successfully trace it, even if na-delete na yung post, then it's a matter of evidence already.
Okay.
When you submit it to court. So, why am I saying that? Because in our example, there shouldn't really be a need for you to hack my computer
Tama.
to prove that I posted it. Second is, ang worst case scenario mo, wala talaga. It does not mean that the case will not proceed to court. As long as you're able to present circumstantial evidence to at least convince enough the prosecution na talagang may post that actually existed. Kasi more often than not, ganyan naman ginagawa ng mga tao, di ba? Ini-screenshot nila yan, and then ipapakita nila yan sa abogado or ipapakita nila yan sa mga police law enforcers. So ideally, dapat the law enforcers, the NBI or your PNP cybercrime unit should be able to verify the IP address and kung ano yung source or to verify if to whose account the post was actually made. 'Di ba? Magagawa nila yan. They are presumed to be trained in cyber law enforcement. Ngayon, ang worst case scenario mo is hindi mo na-report agad.
Okay.
Ngayon, it's a matter of it's a matter of trying to prove that there really is indeed a post. So, syempre, then kung makakahanap ka ng mga tao that can testify na meron, nakita nila yung post. Diba? More often than not, nasi-screenshot naman agad yan. Pero bago mapamatrace ng PNP or ng NBI, nabubura na. So that more often than not, that poses a problem to the law enforcers. But the victim here should not lose hope kasi there are ways for you to prove or go around proving the existence of the post. So yun, then doon papasok yung mga taong nakabasa.
Okay.
Diba?
So,
I-identify nila. Maghanap ka to corroborate na hindi mo lang inimbento yan. So, may mga technicalities tayo dyan. So again, why am I explaining that? Because in our example, babatukan kita kapag hinak mo yung aking laptop. Diba?
Tama.
Kasi doon. Pero, say for example, ganun talaga nangyari. Going back or circling back to your question, no? Then, ang sagot dyan is basically no.
No.
Because, if you illegally get that information from a person, no matter how good or noble your intentions in proving na he committed the crime, you want to prosecute, then ultimately the rules of procedure and actually the law will not allow you to do that. Meaning, if mapatulayan nila that information was hacked, then baka ikaw pa ang maging for illegal access. That's first. And remember, that's one of the offenses under the Cybercrime Prevention Act. But more importantly is the procedure kasi in securing data held by another person in the Cybercrime Prevention Act. Parang search warrant. Diba? Parang search warrant yan. Na anything that you seize with a valid warrant, allowed. Anything that you don't seize, anything that you seize
na walang
that
warrant
does not have a warrant will be excluded from evidence. So, ganun siya. So, in this case, parang you cannot make a right with a wrong. Parang ganun yan.
Parang yung nabanggit sa akin dati ni Attorney Miko yan yung fruit from the poisonous tree.
Yes, that's basically it, no? That explains the exclusionary rule here na sinasabi natin, and that's a matter of evidence. That's a matter of technical rules on evidence when you already go to court. That's basically the doctrine of the poisonous tree.
Mhm.
No, the fruit in this case is the data that you got from me that you took illegally.
Mhm. Tama.
So meaning, even if it will implicate me, na totoo nga, 'di ba, na totoo nga na
may sinabi o
na may or
basta
but if you
libelous
got
yung
it
dating.
illegally, it barred yan into evidence. So
Okay.
it will not help your cause.
Alright, attorney, ito, kung sakaling meron kang reklamo kaugnay sa mga cybercrime, kung nakaranas ka ng cybercrime, bukod sa NBI, kanino ka pa pwedeng lumapit para magreklamo kaugnay itong mga cybercrime na to?
Well, punta ka sa PAO.
Pao, pwede.
Diba? Kasi basically, it's basically an ordinary crime in the sense that you have to go to the proper people
Mhm.
that will help you in filing the case. So, more often than not, you go to the police, they will take your statement, and the police will be the ones who will forward it to the prosecutor. But more often than not, you're not barred from going directly to the prosecutor
Mhm.
to file a case or seek the assistance of PAO to prepare the affidavit,
Okay.
or seek the help of counsel if you have one to file the case for you. Yung mga ganyan.
Okay.
So, yan siya sa ano. Tapos, where do you file it? Then, it's important, ang understanding ko dito, generally is where you were at the time you access the
Okay, tama.
access the alleged defamatory post.
Mhm.
So if you were in Makati at the time na nabasa mo yon, then you file it in Makati.
Okay. So, kasi, siyempre, kung saan sa nakakarating ang internet. So, baka mamaya,
Actually,
kung saang lupa.
Sir Elmer, because of that nature, it's quite hard then to peg, di ba, where the elements
exactly,
of all the offenses happen.
Tama.
So, more often than not, ang mas dyan is, parang meron kang leeway where you want to file it.
Mhm.
But of course, you file it naman syempre where you are kasi that's a matter of convenience din on the part of the complainant.
Tama. Alright. Attorney, ano-ano ba yung mga penalties kapag napatunayan na lumabag ka dito sa anti-cybercrime law? Makukulong ka ba? Magpa-fine ka ba? O ilang taon kung sakaling makukulong ka?
Ikukulong ka, and I wasn't able to verify pero kasi from my initial reading, or ang word as compared to and or.
Oo.
So I think baka alternative siya, but I'm not sure. Normally kasi dapat both, di ba? Pwedeng one or the other or both.
Pwedeng mag-fine ka o ikulong ka o parehong mag-fine ka makulong ka.
Yes.
Okay.
So depending on the penalty, depending on the offense na sinabi. If ang offense mo is one that involves yung integrity, confidentiality, availability of computer systems or computer data, then prison mayor, or that's basically 6 years and 1 day to 12 years, and you may be imposed a fine of not more than 200,000 pesos. If the offense is misuse of devices, so yan yung, or possession, not possession, or misuse of devices, diba? Yung mga tools of the trade in illegal access, PC, interference, etc.
Cellphone.
Then same pa din siya, basically it's prison mayor, or that's 6 years and 1 day to 12 years. Qualified siya in the sense, delete nyo, hindi qualified. May legal term yan. With a fine of, instead of 200,000, it's 500,000 pesos.
Mas malaki, okay.
So for content related, yung mga exhibitionist natin na nagpapakita ng mga kung ano-ano online, prison mayor din yan.
Kulong din pala. Ako.
Kulong din yan. Or a fine of 200,000 pesos or both. Yeah, I think here, I'm looking at it now, both. So, pwedeng both ang impose sa'yo. Child porn.
Yan, talaga dapat
pornography.
yan. Mabigat yan.
No? Dapat yan, magpatingin na kayo sa doktor.
Oo, sobra. Kung pwede nga lang bitay dyan, bitay na dapat yan eh. Grabe yung mga ganyan. Alright, attorney, bago tayo lumalim pa rito sa bitay-bitay na to, magbe-break na tayo saglit. Pagbalik natin, Tribunal segment na tayo. So huwag kayong aalis at babalik pong muli ang Kalingang Katribo Legal Diaries.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Oh, vaccination, isolation. Gotta keep up with my nutrition. Gotta maintain my body condition. Then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Pababakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination, pababakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Nagbabalik pong muli ang Kalingang Katribo Legal Diaries at syempre kasama pa rin natin si Attorney Alfred Campagnano. Alright, Attorney, eto na tayo dito sa ating tribunal. The word cyber came from cyber. Frontier, baka eto na yung pinaka-final dahil medyo hindi pa rin natin talaga maabot o siguro hindi pa natin nakikita talaga kung gaano kalayo yung maaabot nitong cyberspace na to. Napakalawak talaga nito eh.
Well, again, from the word, no, it's cyber. So, it really encapsulates yung sinasabi natin. Or, mga government services that engages yung kanilang that provides their services online, basically is a system. Meron niyang kanya-kanyang parang system in place. Even for example, even for Daily Tribune, di ba may process flow yan. Kung paano kayo from the writing of your articles up to the review, to the publication, etc. Na kung saan data in each and every process flow of each and every organization is quite important. And kaya papasok ang importance ng data privacy officers ninyo and your data privacy audit. But that's a different topic altogether, no?
Oo, tama,
but what I'm simply saying here is that in each process, in each organization right now, through the internet, is interconnected na sila. And that's basically what the term really means. It's the transdisciplinary approach. It's a fancy word for basically saying that it's an interconnected approach to different regulatory systems. Nagsishare ka ng data online, yung mga cookies that you actually, na tinatanong sa iyo when you visit for the first time. Ang isang internet, you should always look at what you allow, because even the act of accessing this website means that you're giving data to the
you're allowing access,
website.
kumbaga.
Diba? So it's really crucial na in this modern day or in this modern age na kung saan we are really reliant already on the convenience of the internet. Then it's always good to, wag naman tayo maging Amish na putulin na natin sarili natin from the internet. But it's always good to, take an extra step by trying to learn about your data security. Kasi all of this really hinges on how careful you are with the data that you give online. Kasi ayan, exposed ka ngayon sa diba?
Lahat exposed.
Allow ka, yes ka lang ng yes when you sign up to to a website.
Hindi mo nababasa yung buong
you're consenting to
terms and agreements sa internet. Medyo nakakakabayan kasi baka mamaya meron pa palang fine print yan. Yung tinatawag na fine print sa ilalim.
May mga makikita ka naman dyan na online mga snippets na. Kasi admittedly, nakakatamad naman talaga basahin.
Sobrang
diba?
haba Tama
when you read an online, when you create an FB account, napakadaming mga do you really want to read that each and every provision? That's good for you if you want. Pero more often than not, mag-search ka lang sa Google na ano ba ang mga important things that you should know when you, diba? At the very least, yan, you should always be careful. Kasi yan, because again, when you're already in the internet, somehow the internet never forgets.
Tama yan. Tama talaga.
Ayan, pwede ka ma-expose to all of these abuses or criminal actions as punished in the Cybercrime Prevention Act.
Alright. Maraming salamat, attorney, sa oras mo at na liwanagan mo kami kaugnay dito sa cybercrime na ito. Bago tayo magtapos, attorney, any parting words muna?
Parting words. Sana naman tumigil na ulan.
Umuulan ba dyan?
Umuulan ngayon dito
Yun lang.
And again, tulad nga naman ng sabi nun sa commercial kanina, kung magbabakuna ka ba?
Ayan.
Nakakatuwa
Magpabakuna kayo. Yung mga nanonood sa atin dyan na wala pang bakuna, pag turn nyo na, go ahead, get vaccinated.
Diba?
Kasi,
get vaccinated. Because that's the first step. That's not the first step. But I think that's the crucial step to herd immunity.
Yan,
Diba?
Kasi target natin bago matapos yung taon, herd immunity na dapat. So,
sana naman, di ba?
Kailangan
pero wag naman, do not resort to illegal means in procuring the vaccine. Kasi be fair, while we understand, di ba,
na kailangan mo magpabakuna
we want to get vaccinated as much as possible, just be patient.
Tama. Gagawan. Mababakunahan ka din. Yan.
Just
Manalig ka lang.
The government will is going to do its job.
Yan. Alright, attorney. Maraming salamat sa oras. Si Attorney Alfred Campagnano po ng Ranas Cruz, Araneta Parker and Faustino Law Offices. Ayan po, dito na po nagtatapos ang Kalinga Katribo Legal Diaries. Magkita-kita po muli tayo sa susunod na Biyernes para sa ibang topic naman na may kaugnayan sa mga legalidad sa ating bansa. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat.